The first person on our corporate radar joins us, Lalit Jalan, the CEO and whole-time director of Reliance Infra. Mr. Jalan, thanks much. To come to your numbers, although traditionally it is a strong segment, your EPC revenues have underperformed in the quarter under review. Could you elaborate on what's going wrong there?
On the EPC side, we are currently working on 13 different projects. And if you look at the revenue of the first quarter compared to YOY, similar quarter last year, the revenues are almost flat. Margins are slightly better. However, if we look at Q4 of last year, the revenues are lower. However, if you look at the total year guidance, we still feel that we can achieve our target of guidance of 10,000 crores of EPC revenue for the full year. The reason why the revenues do fluctuate sometimes between quarter to quarter, as certain projects which were on full execution mode come towards completion, and the newer projects take time to ramp up. So I think on a YOY basis, we are in line, and we are in line to achieve our guidance for the whole year.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Jalan, good morning. There's been a spurt on the power segment revenues this quarter. Tell us about that, because this is quite different from how your peers have done in this quarter gone by. Could you explain the drivers that led to the improvement this time in the power business?
Yeah, see, I think our power business that you see is our about 950 megawatts of generation. And then we have the distribution businesses in Bombay and Delhi. And then we have the transmission businesses. So we are much more of a T&D player than a generation player. And in our distribution business, we have done healthily. There is growth in unit sales in both our Bombay and Delhi properties. And even in the transmission business, whether it is the Mumbai transmission business or the Western Region Strengthening Scheme, we have additional revenues this quarter compared to last year. And in fact, when you compare the two numbers, the last year Q1 had a one-time gain of 227 crores of depreciation, which is not there in this year numbers. So without those numbers, the growth that you would see in net profit is significantly higher.
What's the status of the Delhi Metro Airport Express? Mr. Jalan, recent problems it has run into?
In the Delhi airport line, the civil works were to be done by DMRC, and the rest of the work of rolling stock, signaling, rakes, everything were to be completed by us, which was part of the concession agreement. At the end of the first year, when we started inspecting the line, we found certain defects in the civil structures, notably the bearings, and we brought it to the notice of DMRC. And then we were asked to take an independent opinion from a reputed consultant. The advice that we got was that we should do complete inspection of the entire track and get the bearings rectified, keeping in mind the safety of the passengers, because the line, the trains run at 120 kilometers per hour. And so we followed the advice. This is also in discussions with the ministry. And now when the inspection has been carried by railways under the leadership of railways, they have found that almost 92% of the bearings used in the civil structures have been found defective. So the process of rectification of those bearings and replacement of those bearings is going to be now the next steps, because till the time the line is safe and it is recertified by CMRS, it will not be proper to keep operations on.
Okay, could you elaborate a little more about the tariff hike? While the 21% tariff hike in Delhi distribution will be effective only from July, what kind of recoveries can investors look out for from this bit in the next quarter?
The tariff increase, the regulator has come out with the tariff order for the current year, that is FY13, and he has followed the guidelines of the Honorable Appellate Tribunal of Electricity. So he has introduced three things: a cost-reflective tariff. Secondly, he has introduced a full power purchase pass-through, which is known as a PPPA, which is Power Purchase Adjustment Clause. So which means in case the power purchase cost goes up during the quarter, owing to change in fuel prices or fixed costs, then that is recoverable from the consumer during the same year. And third, they have introduced the concept of time of day electricity for the first time in Delhi. They have started with the high-end customers in commercial and industrial, but eventually they'll bring it down to more and more consumers. So with this tariff, we not only are expecting to recover our costs and normal margins, as well as recover income to dilute the regulatory assets which have been accumulated over the years. So the regulatory assets have been given as a separate line item in the current tariff order.
You've been less lucky with the MERC, Mr. Jalan. When are you expecting to hear from them? You all have filed for tariff revisions, haven't you?
Yeah, the tariff revision process, it's a long process, but they're starting with the business plan, which we have submitted, and the business plan has been admitted, and the hearing on the business plan is due later on this month. Once the business plan is approved, we will file our MYT filing, and we expect that the tariff order would be announced during the year itself.
Well, for people sitting in Mumbai, the big project for Reliance Infra clearly is the Mumbai Metro line, Mr. Jalan. What is the progress on that front, and by when can we see the commissioning?
The Mumbai Metro line, our scheduled date of completion is September 2013, and we are sure that we will be able to complete the line well before that. The line, as we mentioned in the media release, 95% of the civil works have been completed. The critical structures like the Western Express Highway, Cable Stayed Bridge, that is almost done, which can be seen visually. Even on the Andheri tracks, where we barely get just about an hour and a half to work every day, 2 of the 3 spans are ready. We expect to start trial runs by the end of this calendar year, and expect to start the line by the end of this financial year.
Well, we do hope you'll be able to keep your word on that, given the nature of the city, Mr. Jalan. Well, finally, I began with the EPC segment, so let me end with that. How have the order flows been in this quarter? Give us an idea of what is the business outlook for this part of your business.
We are working right now, currently, as I said, we are working on 13 different projects, and predominantly those are of internal projects. And what we are working with both Reliance Power and Reliance Infra to look at projects which are under development, and we hope that during the year we will be able to announce certain projects in the EPC space. But we do not give a guidance, because but we expect that, and these orders are lumpy, so as and when they come, they will be lumpy projects.
Okay, Mr. Jalan, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us and talking about the way forward for the company. That's Reliance Infrastructure, up about 1%. Flat for the markets, but a couple of stocks like Geodesic Info are flying away. So that stock is up 17% as the company has approved a buyback, and Amara Raja Batteries as well is up another 9% or so. Those are stocks that are moving well. So here are some trading calls from Sudarshan Sukhani. We'll take a break and come back.
I've been upbeat on